Governor Pete Ricketts says the National Rifle Association is welcome in Nebraska. Ricketts made the comments today after Dallas's mayor pro tem said the NRA faces marches and demonstrations if it goes ahead with plans to hold its annual convention there in May. An NRA spokesman says they have no plans to move it. This comes after First National Bank and several other companies cut ties with the NRA following the Florida school shooting. Governor Pete Ricketts' tweet inviting the NRA to hold their convention in Nebraska drew immediate reaction from those on both sides of the gun debate. Senior reporter Jake Wasikowski joins us live with what people are saying tonight. Jake?
Well, Jen, yeah, there's been mixed reaction to what the governor had to say. Some don't mind. Others say he doesn't represent all Nebraskans.
Thanks, Mark.
The NRA convention hosts 80,000 members each year, but in the wake of the Florida school shooting, the mayor of Dallas wants the meeting moved out of the city. In a tweet Friday morning, Governor Pete Ricketts responded, "NRA, we want your convention in Nebraska. Nebraskans love our constitutional rights. #2A. Nebraskans Against Gun Violence say they're not surprised the governor would invite the gun lobby, and they don't believe most people in the state would be happy to have the NRA here.
I think Americans are finally waking up to the fact that we have this industry with special protections to flood our country with carnage for their own profits."
The post got hundreds of comments on both sides. "Speak for yourself. It's a hard pass from this Nebraskan. I stand with my governor. Loving our constitutional rights has nothing to do with the NRA. Now that the 20 liberals got to vent, yes, you are correct, by far the majority support the Second Amendment in Nebraska." Governor Ricketts is currently in Washington, D.C. for the Conservative Political Action Conference and the National Association of Governors meetings. The NRA spoke at the CPAC.
We will not be gaslighted into thinking that we are responsible for a tragedy that we had nothing to do with. It is not our job to follow up on red flags.
Nebraskans Against Gun Violence say they'd roll out the blood red carpet for the NRA convention if it came, invite Parkland, Florida students, and others that say they are sick of the stranglehold the gun lobby has on the country.
It's time that we gave that organization the kind of response that they have coming to them.
And I asked the governor if inviting the NRA is a good idea since they're under recent scrutiny because of school shootings and because Omaha-based First National Bank decided to drop their partnership. His spokesperson responded to me this evening saying, quote, "Tourism, including conventions, help bring people from across the nation every year to Nebraska. Nebraska is a natural place for an NRA convention. We're centrally located, home to numerous annual gun shows and many great sportsmen and women who love our constitutional rights to bear arms." Reporting live, Jake Wasikowski, 3 News Now.
The Nebraska Democratic Party issued a statement reacting to Governor Pete Ricketts' invite to the NRA. Party Chair Jane Klebb says in typical behavior from Governor Ricketts, instead of standing with our families, he openly courts the NRA's corporate lobbyists to hold a convention in Nebraska. She says, "We know Ricketts and the NRA have a lot in common. Both use their endless pot of money to buy elections, and both think our teachers should be armed with guns in our schools." Again, a quote from her.